Good morning, students, and I am Lily Madam. So, today onwards, and I am going to take a subject of psychology. So, I have completed the FON subject completely, and from today's class, and I am going to start with the psychology subject. So, in that psychology subject, and I am going to deal with the third unit, and that is a cognitive process. So, in the cognitive process, and the first subtopic I am going to deal that is a attention. Okay, and coming to the introduction of attention. So attention is nothing else but it is a focus. Okay, for example, now, so I am teaching a class to you and you are attentively focusing my information and you are grasping my information, so that part of an process is called as a attention. So to listen this video and to listen and to explain, to understand this video, what you are doing, so you are concentrating my concept set your level. So by taking of particular time and a particular idea and a particular sort of some objectives you are keeping and time limit you are keeping, so what you are doing, so you are concentratedly, so you are taking one time and sitting one place and you are taking all the information, okay, concentrately. So that process is called as what? Attention. Okay, so one more example I can give is that, and whenever you are sitting in the class, when the teacher is taking a class for you, so that is also one type of an attention. If you are placing a conscious level towards the madam, so that process is called as a attention. And if your process, for example, now some students, whenever you are taking 40 students are there in the class, all the students are not attentive in the class, so what will happen? So some student may distract by imagination or something happening in their home, and they are daydreaming, they are imaginary of something in the class itself. That is not called as attentive. So the person who is sitting in the class and concentrately listening to the class of the madam and writing the notes, that process is called as what? Attention. Okay, so just that is the introduction regarding of process. So here, so the two uh, information, so interpersonal relationship, they are maintaining that, so your attention span is not very long, my attention what? Okay, so what they are explaining here means, for example, so he is giving information to the other person. So if his information is giving a proper way, but the conveying process of the person is not good, okay, so automatically, so it is not the process of attention. So otherwise, and if this person is attentively listening what the opposite person is saying, that process is called as attention. Okay, so just go to the definition of the attention according to the Sharma. Okay, so here they are explaining that attention is nothing else but is a process of an individual to select a particular stimulus according to their interest and according to the attitude out of the multiple stimulus of the environment. Okay, so what they are saying that the one individual, okay, so what they are saying, so one individual and he is going to be what attract towards one stimuli, okay, according to their interest and according to their behavior, and he is going to be select one attentive, so which in which way I have to listen the information, and coming to the multiple external environmental stimuli. So here they are explaining that attention means, so whenever one teacher is taking a class and movie was going on a side, so which one you will be concentrating automatically? So you will be concentrating towards the movie, so because the object is bigger and it is more attractive, it is a funny way. The classes which was boring and disturbed of mind, so they can't place and frequently sitting, they can't listen. So mostly the people or the students will be concentrating on what? On the TV only. So here they are saying that according to the stimulus of the environment, the person interest and attitude only will make the person to be attentive, otherwise, so he will be avoiding the environment. Okay, and next one, other definition according to the Dumle, so he is explaining that attention is nothing else but it is a concentration. So that concentration also consciously he is making the concentration on the object. So here object is means what? For example, now, so you are the person, I am the object. So object means what? I am the explaining person to you, and you are the concentrating person what I am explaining to you. So that is called as attention. Okay, and next go for the characteristics of the attention. So characteristics of the attention, first one they are saying that selective mental activity. So here selective mental activity nothing else but, so they are explaining that already in the definition I explained you which one is interest and which one is so enthusiasm to the person. So that selection of information only the person is going to be grasp, so other unnecessary thing they are going to be detect out. So that is called as selective mental activity. So what is interest to you only you are going to select the environment, otherwise you are going to object or you are not going to listen the attentive class. Okay, and next one, so it constantly shift from one object to the other object, from one aspect to other aspect. So here what is the meaning of this means, attention will not be concentrated one place. Yes, so already I give an example that whenever you are in the class listening to the class, so when madam is taking class, so what will be there, your concentration constantly will not be on the madam, so it will be there in imagination and it will be there on your home or it will be there on your so sleeping. So these all characteristics your attention is going to be changes from one object to another object. Okay, and attention is the focus of the conscious on one particular object. So what they are saying that, and attention is also, what is the meaning of attention, it is a conscious level of information we are going to focus on one object is called as a attention. Okay, and here attention is a state of preparedness. So what you have to do, you have to prepare yourself whenever you want to be a attentive. So otherwise, so for example now, for movie means, so you will be preparing yourself and you will be sitting in front of a TV, nothing else but you are preparing yourself to see the movie and you will be alert to listen the information. So that characteristics will be having for the attention. And next one is a attention requires some motor and sensory adjustment. So motor and sensory adjustment nothing else but, so sensory adjustment nothing else, what is it, yes, listening, speaking, laughing. So these all characteristics comes under the sensory impairment. For example now whenever you are seeing one movie and you are going to observe different kind of sensory objects. Okay, so the scene of sentiment will comes automatically, so the sensory stimuli is going to be react towards the situation like crying. Okay, or so you are going to, if one joke comes, so you are going to make action of laugh. So attention is also require some of your body movements. Okay, so that are the characteristics of the attention. Okay, so next go for the types or varieties of attention. So here the two types of attention is going to be there, so that is voluntary attention and the involuntary attention. So what is that, so first one is what, voluntary attention. So voluntary attention nothing else but, so he himself consciously involving in the subject. Okay, so consciously involving in the object nothing else but he himself will concentrate and require to solve the problem. For example like problem solving or answering in the examination, so he himself will be attentive and give the answer to the person. So this voluntary attention is going to be further divided into two types, that is implicit violational attention and explicit violational attention. So what do you mean by implicit, okay, implicit violational attention. So implicit violational attention nothing else but a single act of will is responsible for arousing the attention. So for example now here I'll give you the, yes, so one teacher, so she will be giving an homework in the class and it is a punishment to the student. Okay, so if that student is not doing and homework automatically, so what will happen, so tomorrow, so when he'll come to the class automatically the teacher is going to be punish the person. So that fear makes the individual he himself to be arouse the attention towards the process. So that is called as a implicit violational attention. Okay, so when the teacher gives a punishment automatically the student he himself will be aroused the interest towards to take the task. Okay, that is the best example for the implicit violational attention. And next one is a explicit violational attention. So explicit violational attention nothing else but, so attention is obtained by the repetition acts of will. Okay, so here some certain period of time it is going to be there. So that is, so nobody is going to be force. Okay, some, so half part of force will be there and half part of own will be there. So that if, for example, that yes, whenever you are having a final exams for you, so anybody will insist to study, yes, they will insist, but also your initiation also is going to be forces. So that is called as explicit violation. That is preparatory holidays for your examination. So preparatory days of the examination. So nobody will force you. Some force will be there, but automatically by your will itself, so you are going to open the books and read the subject. So because you yourself having a fear of intention, so that is called as explicit violational attention. So that are the two types of, so what are the, okay, so that are the two types of the voluntary attention. Okay, so that is implicit violational attention and the explicit violational attention. So next one is a second one is involuntary attention. Okay, so attention is divided into two types, voluntary type and involuntary type. And again, voluntary type, how many type? Two types, implicit and explicit. Now second one is a involuntary attention. So involuntary attention, nothing else but, so here, so your involvement will not be there. So, okay, so due to the, without your conscious effort only, you are going to be attract towards the other object. So for example, here they are giving that bright lights, loud noise and the strong orders and the pain. Yes, so concentratedly you are listening in the class and some music is coming, so background of your thing, so automatically what will happen, so your concentration is completely is going to be deviated from the class. Okay, that part is called as what? Involuntary attention. So this type of means enforcedly, so without somebody's violation, so you are making the attentive towards the other person. So that is called as what? Involuntary attention. So what are the uses of involuntary attention, or what are the uses of attention? So it provides the strength and ability to continue the task despite the obstacles present in the environment. So what they are saying that, so the attention is helpful, it helpful to strengthen and ability. So whenever obstacles from comes from the environment also, if you have a strength and will to do the work, automatically so your concentration of work is going to be stimulated. And next one, helps in better organizing. So whenever you are attentive, so whatever the problems comes, so easily you will have the clear cut information, clarity and understanding of your information whenever you are attentive to the subject. Okay, so for example now, yes, so immediately when the teacher asks the question in the class, if you are attentive, so you are easily can able to give the answer. If you are not attentive, so you are unable to give the answer to the madam. So that is a use of attention. Okay, and it helps by providing the deeper concentration by focusing on consciousness. So what they are saying that, so whenever you are concentrating one object, automatically so it will give the idea and the concept regarding of the information. Okay, so for example now, so what is happening here, whenever you are listening class and you will be have, whenever a teacher was explaining some subject and the student is, whenever she was attentive, so she will be having some concept regarding the subject. Yes, and if you are newly learning the topic and without the support of the teacher, so what will happen, so you will be, the subject will be not clear and you will not understand that much clear regarding of the topic. So that is a use of attention. And it also will bring you the alertness and the preparedness. Already I said that what will happen, so prepared means you will pre-prepared whenever the subject is needed, and you will be always alert towards the subject. If any problems comes, and immediately you will have the solving or solution of the problem is going to be. That is regarding of characteristics of attention. Okay, so next one is methods for arousing the attention. Okay, so methods for arousing the attention, nothing else but, so how you can bring the attention towards the object, so that is only the attention. Okay, so how you can make the concentration towards you whenever you are taking a class. Okay, so this condition is going to be divided two types, that is external factors making the person to be arouse the attention and internal factors. Okay, so first we'll be dealing with the external factors. Okay, so in your syllabus, and they have given out determinants. So determinants and types will comes under voluntary and involuntary, and these determinants comes under the this one, and alterations also this one only. Okay, so first we'll go see the external factors. Okay, so what are the external factors that insisting the person to be arouse the interest? Okay, so first one is a nature of the stimuli. So here the nature of the stimuli nothing else but yes, that is shape, color, beauty, oddity. Okay, so for example, the best example for this nature of the stimuli means yes, so whenever you are going for the shopping, yes, so automatically, so commonly you are walking through by, yes, and you have seen one nice dress, so what you will be doing? So automatically your concentration will be aroused towards taking of the one dress, yes, and that beauty or the dress color is attracting towards you, so to enhance your stimulus or interest to take that dress. Okay, so that is also will be concentrating on the nature of stimuli. Okay, and second one is the intensity of the stimuli. So intensity means what? Okay, so here for example, now intensity means the brightness of the color and the loudness of the sound. Okay, so if you are keeping a music and slowly, so we will not have that much of interest to dance. Yes, so if you have a song of DJ like songs, if you are keeping and you are making the stimulus to dance automatically, and your motor system is going to be stimulated and your interest to dance, so that is called as the intensity of the stimuli. Okay, so for example, now, so whenever you are seeing that here one laptop is there and cat is there, yes, so which one is making you to more intensity of the stimuli? The cat. So because, so the size and the similarity is going to be differ comparing with the laptop and the cat. Okay, so that's the thing. And next one is a external factor only, that is next one is size of the stimulus. So size of the stimulus means what? So which one is bigger only will be having a more attraction whenever you are in the environment patterns. So here the whenever for example, if I am taking a class, yes, so in this picture itself you see that, and whether you will be concentrating on this external factor or the matter or the size. So yes, so you will be mostly concentrating on the bigger object, so that is also one of the factor arousing the attention. Okay, and next one is a contrast of the stimuli. So contrast of the stimuli nothing else but yes, like rainbow. Yes, if you show the some newness to the object, and automatically your object is going to be concentrating on the contrast colors, the newness or novelty of the stimulus, so that is called as a contrast of the stimuli. Okay, and next one is a location of the stimuli. So location of the stimuli nothing else but how much the object, okay, whether it is a far object or whether it is a near object, or front page or the last page, upper border or the middle border. So according to the location of the stimulus also is going to be concentrate on the person. For example, now yes, the distance is now here, yes, so your concentration will be good, and if this distance with the small concentration is here, so whether you can concentrate the location? No. So the location is also going to be have a attraction of process. And next one is repetition of the stimulus. So repetition of the stimulus means what? So mostly, so whenever you are making of some of the adjustments, see here it's a calendar, not calendar, it's definitely, not definitely. So what is concentrating here? The frequently using the words, and it is more attractive. Okay, and here also one more, the people working in a factories with a loud noise become adjusted to the environment. So automatically as a nurses, and whenever we are working in the hospital setup, and for the first 1 week and you will be not adjusted, and whenever you are going continuously, it will be habituated for you to concentrate and to work in the hospital areas. Okay, and next one, motion of the object. So nothing else but the moving object. Okay, so automatically, for example, the best example for this motion of the object means yes, and take one baby and in your position, and make the doll, okay, so moving doll, and to move towards, and where the baby is going to be concentrate, either with the unmoving object or moving object, automatically the baby will be concentrating on the moving object only. So that is also one of the arousal attention. And next one is a definite form of the object. So definite form of the object nothing else but, so whatever the object whenever you are taking, it should be attractive. Okay, so either it may be the uh, dress, either it may be the one object, either it may be a book, whatever it may be, either design. So it should be attractive, then only the person's object form is going to be attracted. So next one is a isolation of the stimulus. See here, isolation of the stimulus, nothing else but, so here they have given the example of a, whenever they are taking a white paper, so okay, in that white paper, and they are making the process of black dot in the middle of the white page. So which one you will be concentrating, whether the dot you are concentrating or the overall paper? So as usual, and you will be concentrating on the black dot. Yes, so that is the isolation of the stimulus. Okay, so these are the factors of external factors, that is isolation of the stimulus, okay, and the definite form of the object, and motion of the object, and repetition of the stimulus, location of the stimulus, contrast of the stimulus, size of the stimulus, and the intensity of the stimulus, nature of the stimulus. So these are the all the external factors of stimulus. And second one is the internal factors of stimulus. Okay, so what are the internal factors? First one is a interest and attention. So already I have given the example of interest and attention means what, and whenever, so two objects, so whether you listen the class or you will go for the movie means, so as usually which one you will select, automatically towards the attractive one only, you are interesting one only, you are going to secure the attention and interest one. Okay, and next one is a motive. So here motive towards attention will be there. So for example, now already, so I explained you the pre-preparatory holidays. So what is going to be there? For example, nobody want to insist you whenever the exams are near, yes or no? So automatically, and your motive is going to be aroused towards the object, so that is called as a motive. Okay, so one more example that, so whenever you are hungry and you are going to motivate towards the food, and whenever you are having a thirst, until you drink the water, and your motive is not going to be subsided, and the curiosity and the sex. So these are the some of the motives of the internal factor. And next one is a mental setup. Okay, so mental setup, nothing else but, and you are making your mind to be set up towards the object. For example, now, so during exam, any talk about it attracts the attention. So what they are saying that, so the person always attend to one subject which the mind has a set. Okay, so if for example, if one teacher is concentrating on the examination topic, automatically, so the serious matter is going to be concentrate on the object of the person. Okay, and past experiences. Okay, so here past experience, the best example of the past experience means, okay, so already, so you have listened the certain beneficial of the past, yes, so automatically you are going to arouse the situation towards the one person. For example, now you are interested on the sports, yes, so that is because you are having a past experience of having a success of your sports academic. So what you will be doing, so if somebody are talking regarding of sports, automatically, so whatever the interest you are having in the future, and if present they are teaching means, automatically, so they are going to show the interest on the present things also. Okay, and next one is emotion. So okay, so emotion, nothing else but pain. Okay, for example, now you are having a pain over your, so leg or the hand, so whether you can concentrate on your subject, no, automatically your internal factor of emotion is going to be concentrate on the pain. So that is also internal factor. Next one is a habit. Okay, so habits, nothing else but what, from morning to till evening, so whatever the situations you are doing, so that is also one type of an internal habit of attention. So somebody will say that, and continuously for 1 month period you are habituating some works, so automatically the first of the other month, automatically you are going to do certain activities. For example, like get upping early in the morning at 5 o'clock, and automatically your habit will motivate your attention towards to get up at 5 o'clock. Okay, so that is regarding of habits. Okay, and next one is a aim. So what do you mean by aim? So for example, aim is nothing else but your goal. So if you have a certain goals, and automatically, so your attention is going to be leads to your subject whatever you are doing. Okay, your goal will guide you to motivate and to success in your life. And next one is a meaning. So what is the internal meaning of meaning means, what means here is understanding. Okay, for example, whatever the person is doing certain activities, and so he will be dealing with certain meanings. So if you have some situation to do, automatically the person will motivate so continuously. That is a meaning, reason behind that. Okay, and next one, duration of attention. So that are the external factors of, okay, so sorry, these are the internal factors of habits. Okay, so first one is, okay, first one is what, interest and attention, and second one is motives, and third one is mental setup, fourth one is past experiences, fifth one emotion, and sixth one is habits, and seventh and eighth is aims and meaning. Okay, so that is regarding of methods of attention. So now it, the next one is topic is a duration of attention. So duration of the attention means span of attention, so how much you can make the person to be attentive. So for example, so whenever you're somebody are taking a classes between 3 to 4 hours, so whether you are attentive to listen the class, no. So the maximum amount of attention of class only is, span of attention will be a maximum limit only. Like for example, like, so half an hour 45 minutes and 1 hour limit only is a span of attention of the person to be listen attentively. Okay, and here, so the span of attention is going to be divided two types, that is visual attention and the auditory attention. So by seeing how much you will be attentive and the auditory, so what type of attentiveness. See here, the visual attention. So here they are saying that, okay, so ranging from 1 by 100 to 1 by of fifth of the seconds. Exposure is very short, ranging from, see here, what, whenever you are explaining the visual attention, so the span is very less, the time of exposure is very short. Okay, so what they are saying, the mind can attend to only 4 or 5 separate units if the item are not grouped together. So what they are saying that, for example, whenever you are seeing 100th objects within a 1/5 of the second, only one object you are going to remember. Why? Because a clumsiness of the objects is going to be comes together, so automatically, so the person can't able to arouse that one. So whenever you are taking these type of the visual attention, and your meaning and wholeness will be enough. Okay, and a large number of items can be conceived at a time also, and it is a slow objects. Okay, and these whenever your information of visual attention is grouped clumsiness, it is problem. And whenever one by one instantly you are turning a words, okay, so then easily you are going to grasp the visualization of the object and comparing with the auditory object. Okay, and next one is the span of auditory attention. So when it is going to be there, okay, so comparing with the visual, okay, comparing with the auditory, the visual is a better one. Why? Because so the number of auditory or impersons per se at a single time. So for example, now whenever you are listening to my class, automatically you are going to listen some of the words of your mother, or the TV objects, or maybe a moving of environment objects rapidly. So many certain objects is going to be disturbs your sounds. So automatically your rhythm and the number of sounds is going to be perceived, automatically your concentration also is going to be deviated from the person's object. So that is the span of auditory attention. So what is the duration of the attention? So how long one can attend to an object without a break? So how means, so it will not be depending on the individual interest only. So only one best example is what, based on the individual interest and individual observer only, so you can deviate and how much duration he can listen the object. Okay, and next one, sustained attention. So here sustained attention, nothing else but, okay, so the person is mostly continuously he is concentrating one activity, so continuously he will be having a knowledge regarding a one particular subject. So but if any serious distraction is there, only the person can avoid the distraction. Other than that, he will not distract from the sustained attention. See here, the individual attention always remains on the track, and activity proceeds without any serious distractions until and unless one serious distraction is there, so the person is not going to be deviated from the concentration. Okay, so that is regarding of the duration and attention regarding of the process. Okay, so we have discussed regarding of what do you mean by attention, introduction we have discussed, and definition, characteristics and types, uses and factors influencing regarding of attention. Okay, thank you.